now after what we just experienced, doesn't it? Grilling out, lawns being mowed, and pools opening. These are some of the things we expect with summer.
The coffee of the day. Signature cold brew. Does this video sound kind of bad? Let me show you why. So, right there is a fan. Now, I don't have any issue with the fan. The fan's very nice. It goes ahead and circulates air around the building. It's just that when I then go ahead and film a video, I end up having to speak very loudly, which isn't an issue necessarily, but you hear that in the background. It's just, which I've already mentioned in a video before, so if you haven't checked that video out, I've already explained this. But if this is your first time hearing about this, that is why you hear that excessive noise in the background. However, we're just gonna roll with the punches here. We're gonna go ahead and do what we can. I got the mic as close as possible to me. I got the camera right here, and I'm speaking up with my projection voice. Is that a thing? Projection voice? I'm projecting my voice. Projecting. Projecting. That makes sense, right? I have an issue. Recently, I watched a video by Colin and Samir. Colin and Samir are two YouTubers in Los Angeles, California. I really like their content. I really like what they're doing right now. Recently, they have just made a video called Dear Casey Neistat Knockoffs. Copiers, something like that. In the video, they pretty much go ahead and talk about how people have talked about how they are copying Casey Neistat. They've shown comments about how people have said, what is this cheap Casey knockoff?
What kind of knockoff Casey Neistat video is this?
And my issue with that is a few. They did a pretty good job in the whole video, pretty much talking about the principles of filmmaking, principles of vlogging, principles of the new era YouTube type feeling and stuff like that, and how those principles sort of overlap throughout creators. They did a really good job of showing Casey and how he actually does that, talking about Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, those structures and how he's incorporated that into a vlog. However, I don't think they did a good enough job talking about how they are different from Casey Neistat, which of course they wouldn't, because if they were to talk about here's how we're better than Casey Neistat or here's how we're different than Casey Neistat, that would probably seem a little bit narcissistic. So, sit back, relax, and enjoy, because today I just want to give an opportunity and a moment to say this is why Colin and Samir specifically are different than Casey Neistat, and some of the approaches they're taking to vlogging, YouTubing, and just building their audience in that aspect that they didn't really touch upon in their video. So this is why Colin and Samir are different than Casey Neistat. So, if we're actually going to go ahead and compare Colin and Samir, I think it's important to have a little bit of a visual representation. Can you really see that? Alright, so, it's not working. No idea. Boom. Here we have Colin Samir. Here we have Casey. Some things they have in common. Vlogging, obviously. Something else they have in common? Sunglasses. Some other things they have in common. Skateboards. What else do they have in common? They're both guys. There's three. All three of them are guys. Aside from that, they really don't have much in common. Now, obviously, you're talking about their technique and how they're making videos on YouTube. I'm just trying to show how it's a little bit ridiculous to go ahead and say that they're pretty much Casey Neistat knockoffs, because they're just not. You got Colin Samir over here A few things that differentiate them are lacrosse. That's one of the biggest ones. That's how they started their YouTube channel. That's huge. They didn't move to New York City at the age of whatever and then work their way up. In fact, they live on the complete opposite end. They live in Los Angeles, California, and started with the lacrosse network and built their style, game, and their sort of approach to filmmaking, and especially YouTube, through that. It all came through lacrosse. Can you read my hand? My handwriting's garbage. I'm sorry, but I'm trying to make a point here, and I feel like this Venn diagram will help to an extent. Just know that says lacrosse. Obviously, they're two guys instead of one. This means that when you watch a video, you get two different perspectives on everything. Whether that's Will Smith, Yes Theory, any other of their deep dives, you get two perspectives, not just one. When it comes to Casey's vlog, except for recently because of Dan Mace, you still more or less get one perspective. That's a huge difference. They're starting that from the beginning. They're only at 59,000 subscribers right now, but as that number grows, as it progresses, you're going to see people be used to seeing Colin and Samir. It will be weird to see a video without one or the other, wouldn't it? In fact, a good point I want to bring up real quick. The other day I was actually listening to a podcast, and I don't know why Colin wasn't in it. It was just Samir, and whoever their guest was for that specific podcast. And it was the weirdest thing ever. It was interesting not hearing Colin and Samir and having both of their opinions in the same exact form of content. But here I am listening to this podcast. I'm expecting to hear Colin and Samir because it's the Colin and Samir podcast, but instead I only hear Samir and their guest for that day. They're branding their relationship, and they're branding the fact that they are together in one channel. It's not just Colin, it's not Colin's channel, it's not Samir's channel, it's Colin and Samir together in that channel. I mean, their whole logo says it all. You have Colin's hair and, you know, Samir's beard and whatnot. So that in itself is just a sort of anecdotal experience that I could think of, but that is one of the biggest things that will be important for the brand to come. That is important already right now, but it'll be even more important later down the road once they hit 100K, 200K, a million. Obviously, I'm being optimistic. I'm hoping for the best for you guys. But as they hit those larger numbers, we're gonna have the audience saying, "Where's Colin if he's not in a video? Where's Samir if he's not in a video?" That's very different than just Casey Neistat. As long as we got Casey, you know, a boosted board here and there, and some shades, we're good, more or less. Yeah. I like how I phrased that. And of course, there's one more thing I forgot to mention, which is the hashtag Weekend Film Festival that they started on Twitter. That was one of the most brilliant things just on YouTube, and the accessibility and them actually like committing to commenting and liking every single video blew out the water. It got me so inspired. I did too. I've kind of slacked since then. I'm sorry if you're watching this video. But I did do too, and it gave me an outlet to be creative. It gave me an idea when, yeah, sometimes I actually did lack an idea and I just wasn't sure about what to do for that weekend. I think that some of these principles, you know, again, they allow for that ability to create the sort of principles or the foundation or the basics, but it's your own unique personality, your own approach, you know, just everything that they do, the way they talk, they play a role in the overall experience of their videos and of their vlogs. So yeah, to all you Casey Neistat knockoff commenters, people who actually go out of their way to make a damn video about it, I'm gonna reference what Colin said here.
That guy though.
We'll cut that out.
Cut that out.
Like, you have to start making stuff. You have to start creating, and you don't know what you're branching off of. You don't know your own unique perspective until I actually get at it. Oh God. And then I go ahead and find my own style, my own unique perspective, my own voice, and I just move on from there, you know, progress onward. Personally, it's been exciting to see Colin and Samir go from 4,700 whatever to 59,000. I think that's one of the more interesting reasons why I love checking out Colin and Samir right now. They're not super huge just yet. They're not super small. They're on their way and they're on the rise, and I think that's fun to see. And if they keep doing what they're doing, I don't personally see any reason why they don't reach the top of YouTube. I just don't. 1 million is in the sight. And of course, with that being said, this is the signature cold brew with vanilla flavoring. I'm not gonna lie, I really don't mess with it like that. The jolt is amazing, but the taste. Thank you for watching this video, and as always, please like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Colin Samir, if you actually check this out, you know, I hope I did a good analysis. And yeah, like just keep on creating, guys. Keep on creating. I'll see you next time. Bye.